Hey everyone and welcome back on the channel. My name is Alex. In today's video we are reviewing the brand new Nike Vomero 18. This shoe just released for €150, $150. Great value for money, I can already tell you that. Without no further ado, let's go into the specs of this shoe. We have 46mm of stack height in the heel, 36 in the forefoot, 10mm drop. The weight for a man's US 10 is 323 grams, so on the heavier side of things. My size US 11 EU45 is probably around that 340, 350 grams. I don't have my scale here with me, so I can't weigh the shoe, but I'll do it once we're back in Brussels in the office. This, by the way, is a Tokyo hotel room, so forgive us for the kind of different background and look of the video, but I think this is interesting for us to share with you as soon as we can some first thoughts on the Vomero 18. Looking at the upper of this shoe, we have a very plush, very padded upper, lots of comfort provided by this upper. It's a good fit overall with a very plush heel counter, lots of padding. It's very stout. As you can see, it's very hard to bend here. The tongue is also super plush, super padded, almost too much to be honest. But Nike really wanted to have a very comfortable experience throughout the upper and provide with an excellent fit, which they achieved. The tongue is fully gusseted, which is something we don't see a lot these days. It's mostly about the semi-gusseted tongues, and it's offering a very good lockdown in the forefoot, in the midfoot. Lots of comfort as well. You can really feel that kind of glove sensation when putting your foot in the shoe. Not super wide, however, especially here around the ball of your foot and the pinky. If you have very wide feet or, toes that kind of like to go a bit in all directions, I think this might be an issue for you. Lengthwise, it's a true to size fit. My US 11 fits true to size, which is a good thing. Overall, the upper is very pleasing. The material is not super breathable. It's very thick. Again, looking at that kind of comfort side of things, Nike decided to go with a very plush material, which comes at the expense of weight and breathability here. So if if your feet are running hot, or if you're living in a region that is really warm, that's probably a thing that you need to have in mind. Looking at the midsole of this shoe, we have two different compounds, ZoomX, which is the core of this midsole, and ReactX, which is more the kind of outer layer to that midsole. The purpose of the two compounds is for ReactX to be stabilizing ZoomX, to be kind of providing with a bit of structure to the shoe, and then ZoomX at the core is offering cushion, a bit of dynamism and bounce to a certain extent, but really that ZoomX effect, which is making the shoe a bit lighter and making it feel a bit more premium, a bit more fun to run in than simple quote-unquote ReactX, which is already a decent foam. How does it ride? It's offering, again, lots of cushion, very deep cushion with 46mm in the heel. You can really sink in. It's on the, let's say, average side of things when it comes to softness, hardness. It's, it feels soft, but it's not over soft. I was expecting something softer, something wilder, something a bit closer to the Invincible, to be honest, and it isn't. It is a shoe that is kind of that in between the Pegasus, close to the ground, very reliable, almost boring to a certain extent if you consider the grand scheme of things. And on the other side of the spectrum, the Invincible, wild, very soft, very bouncy, full ZoomX. So this is kind of that in between the Pegasus and the Invincible, with a huge caveat that is the stack height here. The Invincible was around that 40mm of stack height in the heel. This is 46, so really maxing out or even going beyond the World Athletics limits. But who cares? This shoe, first of all, is not meant for racing, and even if you are racing in the shoe, no one really cares, because at the end of the day, these rules only apply to elite runners, and you can do whatever you want on the course of a marathon or of a race in general. I would see this shoe being really that sort of mile eater, a shoe perfect for the distance. If you're training for an event, you want to have that pair of trainers, really reliable, offering you lots of confidence on a daily basis, mostly for slower paces, although I was quite surprised to see how well it responded at endurance, up to, let's say, tempo pace. Above that, it's not necessarily the foam that is penalizing the shoe, it's really the weight, which is, on the heavier side of things. And as soon as you're picking up the pace, you want to have something a bit more nimble on your feet, at least myself, that's how I like things. So, easy recovery paces, endurance paces, you can do all of them in the shoe, which is good news, because at the end of the day, these paces should be, 70, 80%, 90%, even maybe for some people, of your training regimen. It's reliable, it's offering, again, like I said, plenty of deep cushion and a great value for money at €150, $150. It's competing against the likes of the More V4, the Nimbus 27, the Adistar 3 to a certain extent, and other shoes, of course, the Triumph maybe at Saucony, which will be direct competitors against the shoe, but most of the ones I just quoted are more expensive than this Vomero 18. So good value for money. I think the durability will also be good. It will depend a bit on how the ZoomX foam responds in time. How is it holding up? Is it compressing and losing a bit of that fun property? Although, like I said, it's not super bouncy. It's already a bit muted, which I think is a good thing because it's not as dangerous and unstable as the Invincible. Looking at the outsole, we have a decent amount of coverage. One could have expected to have even a bit more of it on a daily trainer, but I think, again, for weight saving reasons, that was the right balance here. It's really on the thicker side of things. Those lugs are almost, I would say, 2mm lugs throughout the black portions, and then you have that green portion here with a different pattern and a different grip feeling. Very grippy, very lots of traction on the outside here in the heel, in the forefoot, and that green portion feels a bit less grippy, but is also, I think, adding some good protection underfoot when it comes to the coverage of this outsole. I can see this shoe, going really, really long term in terms of durability, which is, again, very good news for the money. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you want to compare this shoe against another one, I'll be very happy to do so. Let me know which one you would like to compare it against. And for now, thanks for watching. Enjoy your run today. Enjoy your ride. I'll link to the review of the Pegasus 41 or another Nike shoe. Let's see, maybe the Zoom Fly 6. Thanks for watching.